6 extremely important lessons when you are forced to be unemployed. Global workers are experiencing a wave of mass layoffs affecting most industries. 6 lessons learned from a man who quit his job at the age of 30 will help us through this difficult period. The wave of staff reductions has been affecting almost all workers in all industries, from technology, media to real estate. Only in January 2023, big companies like Alphabet, Meta, Microsoft, IBM, Amazon laid off nearly 44,000 employees. The Ho Chi Minh City Real Estate Association also announced some businesses are forced to cut 50 to 70% of their employees, narrowing the scale of business investment. The wave of global staff cuts left many workers in a state of shock. Mental health is very important. One of the biggest shocks of leaving a high-pressure job is the feeling of boredom that follows. After the first weeks of indulging in a sense of well-being that feels like early retirement, we begin to feel like we're wasting too much time, fidgeting and worrying. For some people, especially young people, being unemployed is quite similar to going bankrupt. Even before your finances run dry, some friends will suddenly become too busy to take your calls. Or, if they pick up the phone, they will intentionally complain about their need to avoid having to lend you money. This situation will make us even more depressed. So, it is important to find new meaning to life, set new goals, reset our own spiritual life. That will protect you from anxiety and boredom. Actively seek to diversify income. Financially, one of the immediate consequences of job loss is the loss of a steady stream of income. We still have many options for making money, but losing a steady and secure source of income forces us to readjust all our habits. Even with a steady job, look ahead by diversifying your income streams in every way possible. If those overtime jobs or business projects are directly related to your work, the better. As long as you are profitable, try to keep going. At the same time, when diversifying sources of income, we are also forced to accept that we must always be wary of sophisticated, fraudulent missions. Freelance jobs always leave us working with strange clients. We are solely responsible for verifying identity and trust. Work experience will help you limit the amount of money being stolen. The first days, maybe we should accept paying tuition. Keep some savings, but never hoard them. The way people deal with unemployment at different life stages is different. For people in their 20s, one of the main advantages is that they are at a stage of low financial responsibility. However, from the age of 30 onwards, there are many more responsibilities. Most people usually hoard their savings whenever unemployment occurs at this stage. However, people will quickly realize that such savings will quickly dry up and can foresee in the near future that they will have no cash that can be used as capital for a business project. New business. Of course, you should reduce your spending if you find yourself unemployed, but use everything else you have: time, money, knowledge to generate extra income. Don't stop to wonder when the next job will come. Let's get to it. However, we absolutely must be cautious, as get-rich-quick schemes can start to sound lucrative in these desperate times. Diversify and categorize relationships. When unemployed, one of the biggest lessons we learn is that relationships fade or become fragile. It will take you a few months to adjust to why your best friends are gone. It can be frustrating, but it helps us to have some sort of categorization in relationships. Relationships come from a variety of sources, and categorization is necessary. We have long-term relationships spanning from school to work. It could be old school friends and colleagues from years ago. What's special about these relationships is that even though they barely talk to them, they'll try to mention your name in any chance room during a conversation. Starting new jobs is a good opportunity for us to have more relationships. Complete strangers can become our livelihood and expand into wonderful friendships. Friendship can be like a lion. If it escapes from the park and attacks you, it can pounce on you when you try to show it love. But you have to use sedatives. You can then hug, stroke, and hold it tight before releasing it back into the wild. Learn new skills, have new hobbies. One of the things you have in abundance when unemployed is time. Make good use of this time to relax, socialize, think, read a lot, strategize, gain new knowledge and skills. The 30-year-old said, "I have spent most of the last 10 years at my desk and I hardly play any sports, nor do I have time for my own hobbies." Close. Leaving is a good opportunity for us to look back, evaluate, and have our own orientations. Mental health should come first. I felt anxiety clouding my judgment and mental health, so I started jogging. I have lost weight and feel healthier, and every run rejuvenates me with a new sense of alertness. I learned some new skills on my own that I plan to develop and maintain for a long time, he said. Hibernate until you grow up. A man will usually have many social connections by the time he is 30 years old. Not all of your friends and family will or should know what you're going through, and your efforts to look good can throw you off balance. We will receive a lot of invitations to parties, meetings. Not everyone is smart enough to refuse. So, even if we upset others a few times, or did not receive sympathy, we should not let our respect destroy our plans, he shared. This is similar to hibernation. That means we focus on our happiness, financial, emotional, psychological, and even physical, until you are ready to grow.